The size of this subframe is insane. It's really sturdy.
They just made another square one in the back.
It's a well-shaped crossmember. If you look at places like this, the pipes are overlapped in a D shape and welded.
Two D-shaped pieces cover both sides.
Here, a bottom frame is covered by another frame on top.
That's amazing. Usually we've seen this kind of method in the lower arm, right? To ensure rigidity, they did the same with this subframe.
That's right, it's very sturdy. Here, and here are all covered like this.
You're right. Hello, this is Yonmot Guram.
Hello, this is Go Minsu.
Chief, you look really bright today.
Because I'm fine.
Do you know what you said to me when we first met earlier?
You said the car was fine, so I wondered if you got car sick coming from Sejong.
Really? Seriously, this is how our atmosphere was at first today. Honestly, I didn't expect anything when I wrote this, just like you, class president. Why were you surprised?
First of all, it's a pickup truck. In terms of size and handling, it felt really slim while driving, and also in terms of movement. When a car has these kinds of movements, it can be uncomfortable, but this one is set up really well.
We've honestly tried all the pickup trucks we used to know. Tasman.
Khan?
I've driven the Rexton and even the new Colorado. So honestly, I thought, how different could it be? It just felt like a Taurus that had been modified and modified again. But after driving it today, I realized it's truly different. From now on, let me tell you what's different. Let's hear about it from Banjang Nim.
Alright, let's start from the front. We've seen a lot of the Taurus series, Taurus Action, Taurus Hybrid, and today, even the Musso electric vehicle. Today, I'm leaving the wheel guide on. For details, see previous videos. I think that'll be enough. The reason I didn't have any expectations for this one is just that, since I'm modifying it again. I thought it would just be the same structure again, doing the same thing, but when I actually tried riding it, the suspension setup was done well, and it felt pretty good.
What's different about it?
First of all, the structure is the same, both the appearance and the structure.
Well, this is similar for Hyundai cars too.
That's right, it's similar. With this model, each change lacks features like an aluminum knuckle or a premium feel. They always use the same structure and materials, but once you pick it up, this is a heavy vehicle. Since it's an electric car, it weighs 2 tons. It has to carry people and then also cargo. When you load both people and cargo, it's almost about an extra 800 kilograms. The vehicle must handle heavy loads as shown. The diameter of the spring coil has become much larger.
Then that means it's even bigger than the Taurus Hybrid we were surprised by last time.
The winding diameter is also large. The winding diameter is large and the winding thickness is also very thick.
They've reinforced things like this as well.
Yes, that's correct. They've reinforced this, and also, since the Sangyong days, they've been good at this, although the ride comfort isn't great. Body roll is much less than expected.
Right, that's the difference here.
It's different. Even the basic stabilizer setup is pretty decent.
The stabilizer is still incredibly thick. We were impressed before, and it's still amazing.
Right, it's incredible. For the suspension, you set it up with 3 key elements. The shock absorber, the spring rate, and then the stabilizer that controls the shock absorbers on both sides. It changes a bit depending on that, but basically it has a decent fundamental ability to handle roll.
It's excellent.
Yes, you can think of it that way. It's an electric car, but if you look at the front brake disc, they used a 2-piston brake.
I see.
Yes, it has 2 pistons. The disc is about 325 millimeters, slightly different from the previous vehicle. The hub fastening method has changed to bolts.
Oh, is that so?
Previously, male bolts were assembled separately, now they're fixed here.
You're right. This part is sticking out.
Yes, so this is for heavy loads, and if you look at one more thing, the length of the nut is also quite long.
So that's what made the difference?
More threads during assembly increase strength. This applies to a regular passenger car.
I don't think many people would expect there to be a difference. It's almost a third or even a quarter more.
The fact that it tightens more means it can handle more weight on the hub, so I think that's why they reinforced this part.
Thanks for highlighting these subtle differences.
And now let's try going back.
Yep.
The back is slightly different from the original Taurus or Taurus Hybrid. It has a full multi-link suspension.
Full, wait, what do you mean by full? If you say full multi-link,
A full multi-link means that inside the crossmember, the lower body multi-link structure is fully connected, with a chassis lacking a trailing arm.
then to put it simply, there's also a large frame connected to the chassis in the back. And if it's a full type, it means all the components are attached inside that frame.
That's right. So the front tension arms have to be installed diagonally with two of them, one above and one below.
If not this, then what method is it?
These two are removed and the trailing arm now goes straight from the knuckle. It hooks onto the chassis.
Palisade, the long rod extending from this side. That's the usual method.
That method is now used in front-wheel drive cars. You get more interior space.
They all have their advantages.
Yes, there are advantages. The tire's grip and road holding decrease slightly, but this one lacks a diagonally angled trailing arm. Two diagonal tension arms provide improved alignment support.
The car that best explains this method is...
Genesis uses this structure.
And...
The electric cars ION IQ5 and electric vehicle 6 also use this structure.
Oh, so in a way, Hyundai's front-wheel drive-based vehicles didn't use this method, but Hyundai's e-Global Modular Platform, or Genesis vehicles, do use this method, right? Then, among the Taurus series, this is the only one that uses this method.
That's right. So you said the rear feels pretty good when we drive, right?
The one that got us excited today?
You said the rear feels good, right? We expected it to just be stiff since it's a pickup. After riding it, I found the back seat was also comfortable. So that's why that method was used. I'm not sure if this was led by KGM or if it was to use the BYD powertrain. I'm not sure if they coordinated and chose this method, but it's good.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I started to have some expectations about the ride comfort in a pickup truck.
When Ban Jiangnim took a test drive, he said this: the car we worked on today is the ION IQ, from the ION IQ to the ION IQN. You worked on the stabilizer, right? But even compared to that feeling, I was surprised when you said it felt good.
So basically this is a bit on the hard side. Because you have good control over the roll to some extent.
Even though it's a pickup truck.
So I'm going to take off now, and if I explain that further, you'll understand.
Please show us quickly.
I said the structure is the same. Since the weight is greater, they probably reinforced the cross member as well. The lower arm differs in appearance and thickness from above and below.
Oh, you're right.
The lower arm was made sturdier to handle heavier weights. It's built strong, and even these balls are made of cast iron for extra durability. Now, as for the drivetrain, the front-wheel drive motor is integrated with the reducer, and this drivetrain is known to be made by BYD. But it was fine.
Unexpectedly.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is when Chinese electric cars arrive. It's gonna be amazing.
If you really think about it, there are still people who underestimate Chinese cars. But now when it comes to Chinese cars, they really make a lot.
Since they're selling so many, when a lot of cars are sold in the field, there are bound to be more improvements and fixes for issues as well.
It's changing quickly too, I have to admit that part.
And the feeling was really good. When the car first starts moving,
After stopping,
when it connects the power again, it feels really comfortable, smooth and nice.
for a moment it felt like a German car.
So for a second.
No, but that 1 second, that's a big deal, you can't do that.
That 1 second is an emotional element, right? But because that emotional element is good, the structure in the beginning stays the same, like this.
Reinforcement of the lower body.
Now, as for the suspension, as I showed you earlier, the spring is thicker and sturdier, and the lower arm is also much stronger. That's how it's built.
Did it feel better than expected? I honestly had no expectations.
You mean it could perform this well?
It was good. Even though it's front-wheel drive, there's an inner shaft here. They set it up this way to keep the drive shaft as close to center as possible.
This drive shaft and this side, but the length, there's not much difference in length.
But instead here, the adjustment is done by this inner shaft.
Oh, starting from here in the middle, I see. It shortens the length difference. There's technology built into it?
So now I started to notice things like this too. They say it has a lithium iron phosphate battery now, right? It has a battery, and when you look at it from the side, the car looks really tall. The battery seems to be hanging pretty low underneath.
From a pickup truck's perspective, this actually lowers the ground clearance.
If you look from a distance, the ride height is here.
You're right.
Since it's hanging so low,
That's a bit disappointing.
when he does some leisure activities, there's a bit of anxiety.
I'm worried it might touch.
Because in electric cars, the battery is crucial.
Yes, those aspects like having a lower ground clearance compared to other pickup trucks can be a disadvantage.
If you look here, you can see the frame. What do you think? The side panel frame. It's really sturdy, isn't it?
They attach something here again, this part.
This is to reinforce the member once more, so it doesn't move. And as for this side panel frame, it's really sturdy to match the weight of the car.
The sealing is done really well too.
SsangYong has been good at this since their early days. And now, if you come over here for a moment, try touching this. Your left hand here.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's really...
They did a great job with dust proofing, right? This has continued from the SsangYong days to now with KGM, but SsangYong was always good at this. Rexton and then the Torres lineup after that.
Some people think that part is for sound absorption.
Well,
What's the difference?
it absorbs sound, then isolates vibration, but it's really chassis reinforcement.
Ah, that too?
They apply silicone to a steel frame, not to stop leaks, but to bond and enhance chassis rigidity, which is why it's called rigidity enhancement bonding.
Like that. If you coat the wide area again like that,
And then, if you also add dustproof treatment there, as the steel plate vibrates, right, because it reduces those things, the dustproof treatment is done well.
they handled it really well.
They've excelled at this since the old SsangYong days. Let me take a look at the back.
No, this is new.
I'm taking a look at the back. It's amazing.
Ah, yes, I just started to understand what the team leader said earlier.
This rear subframe is huge and very sturdy.
They added another square one in the back.
It's a box-type crossmember shaped like the Korean letter M. If you look at places like this, each pipe overlaps in a D shape.
From above, two D shapes are now covering both sides.
As you can see, there's a frame below with another one covering it on top.
It's amazing. Usually, we've seen this kind of thing in the lower arm to secure rigidity, but they did the same thing with the subframe too.
Yes, it's very sturdy. These spots have all been covered like this.
You're right, if you look at this, the D-shaped part is inside with another piece layered on top.
Do the same, and for the force part, just press down from this side.
Is there anything else?
Reinforcement angle on force bearing part. And it's also welded, right?
It's really reinforced a lot.
With the same frame these days, since they usually make different models based on the same frame and share the platform.
That's right.
If they strengthen the shared platform based on the vehicle's weight or class when making different models, there won't be any problems even on the same platform. But if they just stretch it out without reinforcement, it becomes shaky and unstable.
Wow.
So this is a full multi-link system right now, like this here. It's not actually inside here. Here, diagonally, like I always say about the suspension, the full multi-link setup comes down this way. When this wheel moves up and down, its alignment angle with the ground stays the same, improving ride comfort. That's why I say luxury cars use this setup. It's different from the usual multi-link. Although the name is the same, this is a full multi-link, while there's also a standard version. It's called multi-link because it has several links. Usually, look at the suspension structure. There are two front tension arms and then one upper arm on top.
There's one like this on top.
Then the lower arm,
Lower arm.
then in back the assist arm.
Like this, almost 5 links are connected, so it's a multi-link.
That's right, but even though it's a multi-link, not everything is handled within the subframe.
Understood? Previously, even with multi-link or 5-link setups, these structures weren't actually attached to the frame, right? For example, it used to be connected to the chassis like this and came out like this. What you're saying now is that everything has been put inside that frame, right?
So if you look here, there's an upper arm that centers it, and then there are two tension arms in the front that control the up and down movement, and then there are two more arms in the back, which makes it even sturdier.
Because all of these are tied together.
Yes.
That's right. Then team leader, is this method also used at Hyundai Motor Group? So, unlike Hyundai and Kia, Genesis has done it this way, right?
Genesis uses this structure for all of its cars. This structure is definitely better in terms of ride comfort, and when it comes to the wheels not making contact with the ground, it's better.
You mentioned this last time. Looking from the right side, you can see this stabilizer now. The part that balances both wheels of the vehicle is this stabilizer. That's right, it's a long rod, and you can determine the vehicle's characteristics based on its length. The tail we saw last time was about this long.
That's right, let me explain this to you. On this vehicle, the knuckle wheel is directly attached right here where this arm ends, and the stabilizer is long, right?
No, that's a lot. It seems there's about a third more.
Well, I'll show you what I worked on today. I worked on one for the back of the Sorento today. An IO and IQ5. The IO and IQ5 has the same structure. It's connected to the knuckle.
But this is so different right now, Banjang Nim.
There's a big difference in length, right?
The thick one on top is the Sorento, but really is it almost 1.5 times longer? If you look at the length like this and compare the two vehicles, it's just a little longer than half. The top one is the Sorento. The thin one below is the ION IQ. The thickness is different, and of course, there must be a reason why they're different.
So the fact that this is directly connected to the knuckle that moves means it's long, much longer. Since it's long, you can think of it like a lever. So when it comes to controlling this, the more delicate and high-end the car is, the more they connect it like this.
Having a wider setup is the general trend.
That's right.
But the thickness?
The thickness is much thinner.
There's a huge difference in thickness.
Yes, it's much thinner, so that's why this one wobbles.
Oh, so that's why the car has more body roll.
That's right, because the stabilizer bar restricts the suspension's freedom to some extent. At the same time, it's about setting the balance and restoring force on both sides. But in the case of Korean cars like Hyundai and Kia,
They tend to be a bit softer.
they like a softer feel, so they loosen it a lot.
What surprised me today was this one right here. The new full multi-link frame that you mentioned has been applied. And on top of that, this stabilizer kept everything in check from start to finish. So what we felt was...
The movement wasn't bad.
What is this?
Last year, the Grand Colliers we liked had a similar structure.
That's right. You're right, leader. The structure itself goes deep inside.
So if you look, since this car is a pickup truck anyway, it can carry 500 kg. That's why they've reinforced it here.
It's awesome, really awesome.
They've reinforced it, and also this car comes in a four-wheel drive model. So for the four-wheel drive, a motor needs to go in here.
That's right. An electric motor will likely be installed in the part we've just lifted.
A bracket is attached for mounting the motor.
Now let's take another look at this when we check the four-wheel drive vehicle. So compared to what I expected, although we call it a modified car, there's significant reinforcement in the back.
There's plenty of reinforcement, and the main frame is very solid.
So this is the frame above the battery right now.
That's right, the main frame is really sturdy, and you can also see the car skeleton on both sides in a cross shape.
And like an H-beam, on both sides where it goes in, this part is reinforced, and this is also reinforced.
This subframe is secured to the chassis to prevent movement under heavy or sudden lateral loads. They reinforced the bolt and member again, making it very sturdy.
So that's why it was different, huh? The feeling that it was much better than we expected was created here.
That's right, there aren't any luxurious materials here, but they've done a good job making it to control the basic movements and functions a car should have.
They did their best.
But it's actually pretty good.
What surprised me while riding today is the part you're seeing right now.
Because now you see our Tasman is over there for the pickup. When I test drove the Tasman last time, everything about the Tasman was good. But since it takes off-road characteristics into account, it tends to allow a bit more body roll. And because of that, it's fine for off-road driving, but when you're driving on the highway or on-road, it feels a bit too soft.
That's right. There was a difference.
Rather, when you look at it as an urban type, this one is actually well set up.
So they're just different from each other. Today, I discovered a lower body I didn't expect. I was surprised because these feelings were directly conveyed while driving. After driving and riding in the car, then checking the underbody, I understand why I felt that way.
Well, that's right. It's a pickup with multi-link suspension instead of leaf springs. Cars like the Palisade, Sorento, or Santa Fe don't have rear sag after driving.
Now this car has definitely addressed those issues.
The rear springs are very thick to support heavy loads. The coils are about as thick as my finger.
That's incredible.
So they've made enough adjustments to handle that, and it turned out well. Now there's only one thing left for the Musso electric vehicle, right? Now, as long as its durability and minor issues are verified, I think it'll be really good.
Yes, Mr. Banjang, we did a test drive today, and I still can't get used to saying Musso electric vehicle.
I keep calling it Taurus too.
All right. Anyway, that's why names matter, but I was surprised when I saw the Musso electric vehicle is undercarriage. There are quite a few pickup trucks on the market now. How should we choose one?
First, there's the Tasman based on gasoline, then the Rexton pickup based on diesel, and for electric, there's the Musso electric vehicle.
That's right.
It's a shame the Tasman lacks diesel or hybrid options, especially since gasoline maintenance is costly and fuel efficiency isn't great. But then again, it's also a bit disappointing that the Rexton only comes with a diesel engine lineup. Diesel isn't that popular these days. But in that case, the Musso electric vehicle has come out with an electric powertrain.
They created a completely new value that hadn't existed.
That's right. What do you find most intimidating about pickups?
Pickups, the size, they're just too big. No, you shouldn't think of it like that. You might think, so it's mid-size, so it's probably about the size of a Carnival, but that's absolutely not the case. It's a full-size version of the Carnival.
That's right. Some people are hesitant about pickups because of their intimidating size, but I think this could be a good alternative for them.
I see, but Mr. Banjang, after driving it today, it just felt like a normal Taurus to me.
That's true. Even though the car is long and big, when you actually drive it, it doesn't really feel that big. You know what I always say? If the suspension setup is good, once you start driving, the car feels smaller.
It moves with me like it's part of my body, going exactly where I want, unlike other cars.
That's right. If the car feels clumsy, you might think it's because it's big, but that's not true.
That's true.
So make sure to test drive all of them yourself.
Test drives are free.
That's right. Try out the Rexton Sports, the Rexton Con, and the Tasman, and since this is a new type, make sure to test drive this one too.
Everyone! Even Chief Go Min Soo, an undercarriage expert, doesn't buy a car immediately. He inspects everything, test drives multiple times, and tests different parts himself.
Yes, that's right.
Test drive it yourself. That's the only way to avoid regrets.
Yes, so if you've been considering a mid-sized pickup truck that's a bit less intimidating in size, I think it would be good to try it out before making your decision.
Thank you, Mr. Banjang, for your words today.
Yes, thank you for your hard work.
Thank you. If this was helpful to you, please give it a like. Subscribe and enable notifications for fast, accurate new car updates. Thank you.